Holiday and White, just what makes them such a difficult duo to score on?
Well, I think defensively they're terrific. The length, the ability to challenge shots, guard multiple positions, play very well off each other, and then it's what they turn their defense into. So we have to be aware. You got to take care of the ball. They both are great kick-ahead guys. If you turn it over, they're going to make you pay.
And kind of following up on that, it seems obviously every team is going to put their best defender on Jalen. He somehow always finds an answer. Just what is it about his game that allows him to raise his level when the defense gets harder against him?
Well, I think he's mastered fundamentals. He's had size on him. He's had small, quick guys. He's had everybody. He's dealt with the double teams. He knows how to create spaces. He's not going to fight the double teams. He's going to make the right play, and then he'll keep moving. So he knows how to get open. He can play where he's handling the ball. He plays very, very well off the ball as well.
Tom, two things. Just first, everybody available?
Yes.
And just what do you get out of these, having like 3-4 days here to prepare for a team? Like, what goes on there, and do you feel like?
Well, I think, and again, it's the same thing. And you get to the playoffs, you have days in between. You're not dealing with the back-to-backs. So if you have 3 or 4 days, then you got to make decisions about, which day are you taking off. You focus on the recovery, but the preparation is everything. So lock into the preparation, understand what goes into winning each game. And so not to get locked into, what does this mean or that mean, a series means. You got to be ready for game one. That's where the focus has to be.
Tom, just what did your time with this organization, with the Celtics, mean to you and your coaching career?
It's just unbelievable. I think from top to bottom, the history of the franchise, the people that are involved, from ownership to management to all the players, it's a special place. And so I've been obviously very blessed and fortunate. I grew up in Connecticut, and I grew up as a Knicks fan, and then I went to college in Boston, Salem State, and became a Celtics fan. So, and then I've had the good fortune of working for both franchises. But obviously, when you win a championship, and once you get here, you realize it's all the people that are here, and then what it represents. The first time you walk into the practice facility, and you're looking up at all the banners from each decade. It's very unique. It's special. Of course, during that time, Wick and Pags, the ownership, but Danny Ainge, Doc, and then great players, staff, and the people that work in the building, Jeff Twist, everybody, top to bottom. It's, the only hole in the franchise is Scalabrine.
Tom, you've coached against Al Horford for a while now. What are your impressions of him as a player, having competed against him?
Yeah, and he's a special guy because everywhere he's gone, people say the exact same thing about him. And I had the good fortune of coaching Joakim Noah in Chicago, and he talked about him all the time, the type of teammate that he is, and all those things. And his career, he's embraced everything that's come his way. When he was, an all-star, he was great then, and he's still great now. And he fits with everybody. So it's a testament to him, the way he's taken care of himself, but also the way he's carried himself.
Tom, what makes Porzingis so tough?
Skill. I think, great length. So defensively, it's the rim protection, and offensively, it allows them to play 5 out. And so the shooting is a big element of what they've done. And then if you fly on him, he has the ability to put it on the floor. So I think he fits their style of play extremely well. And when you couple that with, a Holiday and a White, and we haven't even talked about what Tatum and Brown are. And so it's a team with great versatility. They all fit together. And you have to play 48 minutes against them.
Tom, obviously the three-point shooting is the talk with this team, the Celtics team, and people talk like it's one pass half court and they're shooting up threes, but it's the paint touches they get, guys that can break down the defense. I know you talk a lot about team defense, but how important in a series like this with so many ball handlers on the other side is one-on-one defense and keeping the ball in front of you?
Well, I think that's huge. I think, and when you're talking about Tatum and Brown, they can rebound and bust out with it, but the versatility of Holiday and White, and White has point guard skills, and he's got the size to pass over people, but their ability to go off the dribble. So you have to take care of transition, then their ability to break it down off the dribble, and then you have to close out, and then the rebounding, the offensive rebounding, which oftentimes will lead to, threes as well. So it's a lot of pressure on you at all times. You have to have great concentration and commitment.
Tom, with their ability to go all out or 5 out with Porzingis on the court, does it make you any more likely, less likely in terms of like cross matching, or do you feel like you go?
That's the challenge. The challenge is defensively, in transition, you really don't have a man, so you have to get back and you have to communicate and you have to match up. So you got to try to take those threes out of the game. And so if there's one guy slow getting back or one guy not communicating, right, and you get 2 going to 1, you're going to give up an open 3. So that's the challenge. There's pressure on you at all times, and your communication has to be constant, and it's got to be early, it's got to be loud, it's got to be continuous.
Coach, post-game, during a number of the games in the Pistons series, the guys talked about the resilience that they were able to demonstrate to get those victories. Coming off of that series, what do you see that is a positive heading into this series for them?
Yeah, and I think every game is different, and so each series is different. And the important thing, because of the way the playoffs are, there's a lot of emotional highs and lows. So the challenge is always to reset. And so whatever happened in the previous game really doesn't have anything to do with the next game. And so get back to zero base, but also lock into what you have to do to win that game. You're not playing the series, you're playing the game. So what's it going to take? You start with the first quarter and go step by step.